trying not to look the part, but I'm definitely not well. Before the long weekend even began, I was sick, but then I had a Panadol against my will, which made things better. My mom's a pharmacist, so she gave me like some pills and they fixed me. But I'm still a bit flat and barely getting my voice back. I don't know if you can hear it, but this is not my real voice. But me being me, I wanted to still film a video and talk about how freaking grateful I am for this life, because even though I could barely get out of bed this weekend, I have the nicest, warmest feeling in my spirit. Life is so good. I would have to go out of my way to make it bad. That's how good life is. And I thought about it, like, life just taught me so many lessons and really took me through the ringer to the point where I just became someone who can't be... Wait, do you know what I mean? No one can... Me, do you know what I mean? Like, there were times I wanted things so badly and then they didn't happen for me, and then I gave up and then they started happening for me. And I wondered why, and it's because I wasn't meant to play the field. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not meant to be subscribing to the Maya. Because every time I get too involved or too caught up or too needy or too clingy, or every time I want something really bad, it just goes away. It's happened so many times now that I've reached this point of like, not ever letting any want be more than just a want. There was a time I had a car, I loved it so much. It got stolen, guys, literally from the parking lot. It was so hilarious. It was the first car I ever bought with my money. I loved it so much, and it was gone like that. And I remember when I used to drive it, you know, I used to feel so cool. I used to feel like I was the baddest bitch in town, do you know what I mean? Driving it, I was like, yeah, this is my ride. And then one day it was just gone. And I remember when I called the police to report it, I ended up crying because she kept asking me about the car, and then I realized it was real, like it was gone. So I started crying, and I remember she sent me an email with like mental health support and stuff, and I was like, oh, you know when people send you like mental health support link, they really care. No, I'm just kidding. Anyway, shouldn't be saying that like I'm a mental health professional, but anyway. I can only speak for myself. I don't know if this is happening in other people's lives. Maybe it's not. But for me, every time I wanted something desperately, or I've had something that I'm just desperate about, or loved beyond love, and I can love, my God. My capacity for love is a bit much. Like, it's a more than regular amount. So when I get desperate, I get really desperate. Shouldn't even be saying that out loud, but it's true. And I remember when I was younger, I wanted to be... like, I think I was in the third grade, I don't know. I really wanted to be a part of like this friendship group of like these girls, and I did, and then when I did, it ended so badly. It ended so badly for me. I ended up getting like kicked out of the group. It's been a theme, you know, that I can't ignore anymore. But recently I had an epiphany, and I realized there's good reason why this happens. Like, I'm someone who reads the scripture, who's obsessed with God, who loves exploring different religions, who loves, you know, this quest to finding God. And surely there's a reason, a deep philosophical reason. And then, you know, I came across the Bhagavad Gita and the concept of Maya and like detachment and like us being a soul and not just the body, yada yada yada. And I realized, hey, I think I get why this happens. Every time I'm obsessed with a boy or a car or a friend or, you know, anything, I subscribe to the Maya. I get engrossed in the physical aspect of life. But I'm meant to explore the soul aspect of life. So if I'm obsessed with my car and all I think about is how cool I look in it, I know, a stupid example, but still, how am I going to reach that higher self? Like, how am I going to be engaged with God? Like, how am I going to escape the loop of life and death and reincarnation and karma? It's never going to happen for me. So the very thing that I'm obsessed with, which is concepts of spirituality, mysticism, philosophy, religion, la la la, is the very reason God installed this theme in my life. Because the theme is meant to take me to the passion, or the bottom of the passion, or to internalize the very reason I'm so passionate about something. Do you know what I mean? Like, the lore is loring. My life's lore. It's making sense. And that's why I'm grateful. Hope This makes sense. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.